I made the long walk back in here. This is a place we usually just go during the late season with the muzzleloader because it is over a food source, and I forget how far back it is in here, but I made it all the way back in here. Crossing our fingers, we see something. There's already a whole bunch of turkeys out there, so that's a good sign that nobody's been, kind of back here too much pressure, and the turkey's off. So got a little bit of a shot back here in the woods, and something if it's kind of coming down this big trail in front of me, going out to the food. We're also just trying to get an idea if, deer are coming to this food source from bedding areas back over there that Chance is set up on. So kind of a twofold mission here. Checking out what might be coming out of this bedding area, just seeing what we can't see out here on this field. I mentioned a couple times Chance is covering the other side of this bedding area. As far a walk as I had, he probably made it in already, but got a good little bit here before it gets dark, hoping to see something. Most of the evening now, got like half an hour left. There's been nothing, but one other important thing to note, that this little stream right here was not here when we started. The river is rising and fairly quick. Obviously, I'm just going back up there. I don't gotta worry about it, but still a little unnerving. Well, that's not exactly what you want to have happen? I noticed the deer, there was does out there earlier, and they got nervous about something and took off, but I don't think it was him. But that buck was out here, and he kept looking back into these trees onto the public. And I kept looking over there with my binoculars, because I'm like, there's got to be like another deer coming out of the corner or something, because he just kept looking back there. Couldn't see anything, and all of a sudden I look up, and him and a couple does take off back into the woods. And it wasn't, 2 minutes after that I heard something walking. And I still thought, I was like, well, maybe it's a deer coming. And they heard the deer. And then you could tell it was just a person walking. And somebody came from farther back. Went even farther in than I did. There was a Colorado truck in the parking lot when we got here. Didn't really expect anybody to go all the way back here, because it's a ridiculously far walk. But he did. And then he left early, probably because he didn't see much, and it's a ridiculously far walk. Seemed like a nice enough guy. When he saw me, he cut back into the woods and said, maybe I can try to kick something up to you, which I guess I'm all for, because we haven't seen a lot without somebody kicking them up to us. So seemed like a nice enough guy. I mean, it happens. You're on public land, you're gonna probably run into people. I'd prefer it not to be, prime time spooking deer off the field, but it happens. People got things they gotta go to. Sometimes they gotta leave at inopportune times, and I mean, you're gonna pass people. It's just the way it is. So, not a big deal. At least we saw some deer before it happened, and we got 30 minutes here. So, he stayed into the woods, so maybe they'll filter back out. More deer right back out there. Small spike buck and one other one. Can't tell what the other one is. That's either a really big buck or a really fat doe. Get that.